passed. Okay, whoop, no, I'm popping. When I click my teeth, kiss my teeth, or do like a time, it tends to pop at like -5. Well, it gets loud. Probably have to kick that habit. Anyways, back at Genshin. Excited. Okay, I did not follow this update, so I don't know what it has. I just know the Derwin and Jehoda. That's all I know about. I didn't see any animations. I didn't see any previews. I didn't even see the live stream for this update. Only got the codes and that's it. So I don't know where the story's going. The last thing that I remember from the story quest is we beat Rear and sent him back into like space or something like that. That's all I know. Other than that, I'm going in blind. Which I tend to do that more often now. Go in blind with some of these updates when I don't pay attention or no one's catching my eye. Durin, we know he's from the Simulacra from last year, so the fact that he became a character already, that is interesting on itself, but I don't know. He might be a different character overall. He did seem and act differently in the cutscenes from the last update when he first appeared. And just checking the volume. It's kind of loud. I could deal with 5. I do like the sound effects to be a little bit louder than talking. Try that. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of exclamation marks. The monthly reset also happened. I didn't log in yet in Genshin since last month, with November, so a lot of things to check up on. The shop, my maintenance primos, which 300, only 300, nothing big, and the web event. So maintenance primos, wish upon the star. Let's see what the weapon does. Actually, there's a better place to check on the weapon. What it does, it's like the update page and what's it all about. Let's grab that. Grab that. Don't want another Welkins. Probably save that for like next year. I think I'm topped out on Welkins for now. Okay, let's see. Version highlights, that's what it's called. What is up with 6.3 or Lunar Phase 3? Characters, let's check out the weapon first. So, actually I'll have to check out both weapons because Venti has a new signature weapon. It's no longer the... Was it the Amos bow or the Eulogy of the End bow? He could be a DPS instead of support now, which is cool. So, Athame artist? Athame, okay, Athame artist. It is a crit rate weapon at 33 crit at max rank. You get crit damage from your burst, 16%. Elemental burst hits, you gain 20% attack. Okay, so crit rate with some crit damage buff. Free attack after using a burst, so I'm guessing Durin is a burst user. It's not like a one and done hit, it's like an install state or multi-hitting burst. Nearby active characters also get an attack increase. Okay, so it has some supporting aspects to it. That's pretty cool. 16%. Additionally, oh right! Venti and the Hexen Circle buff for some of the Modstat characters. Okay. Forgot about that. I gotta check that up later. Ooh. This effect can be triggered when the coping character is off field. So the effect of the daylight hours. Wait, the effects of Blade of the Daylight Hours are increased. I don't see that here, so that's probably part of the Hexen Circle or Zircle buff with the witch characters. Okay, then that's flavor text. Okay, so bottom line, high crit dam or high base attack, 33 crit, free crit damage after a burst, free attack damage after burst hits or attack increase. Also slight buffing when it does that as well. Now, Venti's bow, the Daybreak Chronicles. It is a crit damage 44, super high base attack. That's on par with Skyward Harp. It's pretty good. That's pretty good for like damage buffers like Sarakujo or Roron, high base. The effect, equipping character has Stirring Breeze effect for 3 seconds after leaving combat. Normal attack, elemental, and burst is increased by 60. Oh, okay, so that's still technically support. If you want to use this burst and switch it out, the burst damage is increased by 60, even though traditionally, Venti's burst was about crowd control and just activating Swirl. Not really much for the damage, but this is good. You can make him a DPS with his burst while maintaining the crowd control and the swirling aspect. That's pretty cool. Oh, forgot to do this. Right, face cam. I had face cam on for the longest time. I forgot to toggle that. Oof. Yes, I'm alive. And while in combat, the damage increased. Oh, while in combat, this decreases by 10% per second, so you get 6 seconds of this buff. So you want to start the fight with Venti, burst first, and then you get a 60 buff. How do you get the buff back? Yo, Christine, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that year-end celebrations also need decorations and planning, so it is a busy time. Again, I have been off doing my own thing as well, so it's good to see the Genshin update drop, and me having no knowledge with it, so I could have fun with it as well. But yeah, let's. I'm still reading into some of the stuff. I'm going through the version highlight first, just to see what I'm missing and what's new. So I'm going through the weapons right now. The first thing I did was go through the weapons. Venti's new weapon has a damage buff that lasts for 6 seconds while in combat. When the equipping character normal attack. Oh no! This wants Venti to be on field, because if you do a normal attack, elemental skill, or burst hits an opponent. Okay, using the burst, since it's a multi-hitting burst, it actually maintains like 60% damage buff, especially with Venti. Okay, so this 6 seconds duration, or 10% decrease per second, that doesn't really matter as long as you're attacking and hitting opponents. Okay. It's just there to tell you that it could reach 0%, but most of the time it's gonna just stay at 60. This effect every 1 seconds. Attack types above, yada yada yada. It could also happen while it's off field. So yeah, Venti burst 60% stays on permanently. Additionally, again, the Hexen Circle buff, you get a damage type, or like an extra 20% increase. Okay, so 60% on burst. Actually, 60% on everything besides charged attack, essentially. 60% damage increase, and an extra 20% with a Hexen Circle right, or buff. Team buff. That's actually pretty powerful, considering that it has high base, and its 44 crit damage is okay. But that actually is a good bow. And disregarding the Hexen Circle buff, you could actually use this weapon on a lot of people. This is supposed to be Venti's new signature weapon, his DPS signature weapon. His old signature was all about like buffing the team and support. This makes him on field and pretty damaging. Because of the Hexen Circle, he has like an infusion, from what I remember. But this could work with a lot of people. Like a lot of bow users. I could see this on... what's her face? Yomiya. Yomiya from the Pyro Archer. Because she has a self-infusion with her normal attacks. Meaning, you got the crit damage. You also have 60% increased damage that stays permanently. So this is a very forgiving bow for a lot of characters. And then we got the 4-star. Energy recharge. Okay, attack increase. Hits an opponent while it's off field. Official? Official, this is definitely Auroron's signature weapon too, since it does look like it's part of the Master of the Nightwind. Yeah, this is a good support weapon, energy recharge on top of attack increase. Definitely official Auroron kind of playstyle. Okay. Now for the characters, I'll save that for in-game play, the test run. But where is the... optimization? Yeah, let's go with the optimization. Then where we're travelers, you can now mark multiple targets of the same enemy type at once. Thank you. So you could see multiple enemies on the map instead of going one by one. That's good. Quality of life. Artifact definition +1. Faster characters. Yes. Oh my god. Ever since they dropped this thing back in NatLat, the artifact making things, you could only make one artifact per set. Now, I made it 2. Eventually, they're gonna have like, you can make all the artifacts in one run, but by then, we'll probably have like a butt ton of artifacts. But you could get 2 now, which is nice. You don't have to wait like a month. Waiting a month to make one artifact was kind of not good. Optimization for Klee and Venti specifically. Oh, tracking, right. Venti had really bad tracking when he used his burst. It was just usually shot in front of him. Sometimes you missed an enemy, and then you have to like willfully and like walk them over to the suction zone. I don't know about Klee, so I don't have any opinions about that. Current new version. Oh, it's faster. It's faster and there's less arcing, so there's actually hit time to it. Okay, that's actually pretty good for DPS Klee. Yeah, she is an old Catalyst user. Okay, I see that. And Venti. Oh, that's actually good. Venti had tracking where he shot to the nearest opponent. It messed up everybody's like aiming. Now it just shoots in front of him. Since it is an AoE, that's actually really, really good. Yeah, I hated this. When I played people's test Ventis and sometimes in the theater, the Imaginary Theater, I hated this. I hit the wrong opponent, I had to reset the run. This, perfect. Long time coming. Enhanced ban feedback. I've never really banned anyone. Battle quest now carries over between versions. Yo! I'm pretty sure I already did this though, so that doesn't really care for me. But if you haven't done this, hey, it's easier for the battle pass stuff. Klee and Albedo gets a trail. Okay, that's not a surprise, so I don't have to check that up in the theater. Oh yeah, people have been definitely getting, like, wanting Venti buffs because he's the first Archon we got, and he was kind of meh in comparison with later characters and Archons. So of course they had to, like, show him some love again, which comes in many different forms. Optimization, new weapon, and the Hexen Circle buff, which is very similar to the Lunar... the Nodcry buff. If you have 2 people from the like, Hexen Circle, you get a buff, which is nice. Specializations, other updates, character list, reputation boost, lowered, okay. Nothing about the teapot, unless it's here. Nope. Yeah, here's the Hexen Circle buff, or I think they call it Hexen Ray. Hexen Rai. So these characters, you have 2 or more, you get a buff, which makes sense. Kind of like Nodcry. Additionally, after completing the tutorial quest, which they're going to give us, I could get a free one of these characters, which I do have C6 on, I think, Sucrose and Fischl, so If I already have C6 on everyone, that's a free wish, which is pretty good. Just a free wish. Just sitting back and waiting for the troubles. After completing the variety quest, certain character skills constellations will change. Yo! No, this is not just a Venti buff. This is a Venti rework. Will change. Oh, they had Venti. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Anybody who had an Venti before, they do a quest, his entire kit changes. If you pull Venti now, I think, like new characters, you get the new updated Venti. Or maybe you do the quest, since it's like very beginner friendly, you do the quest and then whenever you pull for Venti from now on, you get that new updated Venti. Yeah, so long time coming with the first Archon, he has a new rework, which is cool. Pierce through enemies while burst, so yeah, multiple and elemental skills generate additional constructs. That's pretty cool for Beto. More charged attacks for Klee, and then for the 4 stars, you get to figure it out yourself. Okay. Yeah, here's the thing. He's off-field support reduction with the Viridescent set. Actual DPS. Damn. That is really good for Venti. And yeah, okay, that's enough of the reading the version highlight. Let's go straight into the trial now. Actually, do I want to get the battle pass for this month? Dragon on the move. Ooh, you get a chair. Here's the thing. If I unlock the Gnostic Hymn, if I get the battle pass, and the funkier battle pass, I get the battle pass for the Roblox of Genshin. What you call it? Oh god, it's been a while. The Miliastra Battle Pass. I don't want to get the Miliastra Battle Pass because it makes me want to play that, or it forces me to do that since I have the Battle Pass. I'm trying to avoid that. Yeah, Sanctifying Elixir. I think I need Sanctifying Elixir more. This is for weapons. I barely pull for weapons. I pull artifacts for new characters. So, let's go with that. Yeah, let me think about the battle pass real quickly. If I get the regular battle pass, that's fine. If I get this, I get the premium battle pass. I think I might just have to get this one, but I'll get it when I'm halfway done to see if I'm actually like on top of Genshin. That's set. Ooh, a lot of events. Oh, we get this again? Yo, I thought this was a one-time deal. Oh, you get it once per character that you have. Okay, so I was gonna think I could get another Eula. Okay. So if that's the case, I know who I use often after Eula. It's Jean. Get a 6-star Jean. Get the character that probably would happen, like you lose your 50-50 on to get a free wish. Jean, Chi-Chi, Diluc, Mona. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, it's permanent, but it's every 2 months. I thought it was just a one-time thing. Oh, that's actually really good, but I wanted them to allow me to keep using on Eula. Dang, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna choose Jean, of course, with this. Nice. New what you calls it? Archon quest. New story quest. The witch work to get the updated Venti and stuff, the test run. the Miliasha Wonderland, which I don't really care about, so I'm gonna ignore this until I'm bored. The new winter skins, don't really care for that. New boss. Oh, the Land Rover is a boss. Hey, we had that as a world quest. Now there's a boss version. Cool. And the IT theater happened with the month. Right. Pyro, Cryo, and Animo. I have Kazuha. I have Cryo. I have Skirk. I could do Skirk, but Skirk doesn't work because there's no Hydro, so maybe not Skirk. I do have a lot of good Pyros. So I can do the theater whenever. I'm not in a rush to do this, so that I at least have content to work on. So into the test runs. Let's go. We already got this. We got that. Let's jump into Jehoda. Let's see what the 4-star has to offer. Character summary: she's a bow user. She's Animo. Use an elemental skill. She enters Shadow Pursuit. Charges at her target. Dash, and you get an infuse. Oh, you get a bomb on her. Okay. You tag an opponent, you carry a bomb, and it explodes. Is there an animation where she like Benny? Oh no, she dodges the explosion in time. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there's a moon sign above. Oh right, she's a Nodkai character, so there's a buff with it. Jehoda will constantly consume the elements stored in her flask to periodically attack enemies. Uses her elemental burst, she deals a single instance of damage, and she's a healer. Okay, okay, I could deal with that. It plays 2 personal cat reference, personal coordinated assistant robots, which continuously restore the party's current active character. Okay, so it's not party wide, but it's still pretty good, and it looks fast. It looks very fast for healing. So it's probably like small ticks of health. Nothing too fat unless you could build her that way. If the character has the adjacent gleam. Okay, so wait. No buff on this one. Ascendant gleam, I should say. The robots will switch the attributes based on the elements applied to the nearby opponents while continuing to do damage. Right. You steal the element. Okay, that's good for applying. So she's a healer. She could swirl. She somehow could also apply different elements based on enemy types on the field. Cool. Moonsign increased by 1 is exactly like what's her face? I know. She just gets a +1 to the moon sign. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Personal robot increases the healing based on her elemental mastery. Okay, so there's elemental mastery scaling. Wait, what? Triggers healing on the active team member if the character is above. Oh no, she gives elemental mastery. Never mind. She looks like she's attack scaling, but yeah, she's attack scaling, so she's like Jean. Pretty easy to build then. High attack, high healing. Constellations. 50% chance for it to bounce. So more DPS on C1. Only 50% chance though, so it's not guaranteed. Ascension talent. Can secretly track additional elements. Highest number of opponents. Okay, so this allows up to 2 elemental effects to be active at once. So she could apply Hydro and Electra at the same time with C2, essentially. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, I might pull for... Depends. If I pull for Durin, I might be hoping for a little bit of Jehoda Constellations too to test this out. That sounds amazing. For like element applying. Yada. From the elemental burst, undergo, she gets energy back, standard. A moon signed buff. Nearby, oh right, yeah, this exactly like I know. Crit rate, crit damage increase. It's a 5% and a 40% crit damage. Is that the same as I know? No, it's different from I know. I know just does lunar charge damage. But lunar charge or lunar reactions 50% and another 20%. That's 34%. She doesn't have crit stuff. Okay. Jehoda. I might want Jehoda with my Flynn's team. Like exactly like this team right here. Flynn's, I know, and Jehoda. Jehoda giving that crit rate at C6. You know who's doing this for me right now? It's... Oh, wait! She's a healer! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god. The team comp is Flynn's, I know, Jehoda, and Sarakujo. Sarakujo does exactly like this at C6 for electro characters. Jehoda does this for Nodcry characters. So if I combine Sarakujo with this, and then she's also the healer, she fills in my healer slot. Okay, I want Jehoda. I might be pulling for Jehoda. That's actually pretty nuts. I can make a cracked out Flynn's team. And then it explodes. Oh god, I really forgot how to do Flynn combos. Okay, so Jehoda. First, that. I don't get why Eon-san's with this team. Actually, wait, I'm gonna test something. Does Eon-san's buffs keep going since I do the Flynn plunge? Does that work? I know I have to keep moving with Eon-san. I gotta see how that works. Okay, get the element. Suck it up, suck it up. Burst. Eon-san buff. It does! Okay, the Eon-san buff works with Flynn plunges. Okay. Might have to test that, but I like Sarakujo a little bit better for the crit damage. Not bad, not bad. The Jehoda is actually interesting. I think we get to test out the new Venti. I'm not sure if they give us the new Venti in the test run without doing the quest first. We'll see. Okay, yeah, we do have the new Venti with the infusion and the new bow. Nice. Mm-hmm. 20 seconds. Nice. Okay, so let me read this. Becomes heads. After the quest, Venti becomes an Hexenrai character. And the Hexenrai. So okay, that's how that happens. The aforementioned characters for the Hexenrai, they had to do the quest for them to become that, and they get this buff. Ice Storm is created, nearby opponents. That character's damage increased by 50%, and Venti Storm is increased as well. So, buff. 50% buff, actually. That's pretty big. And he gets swirl too. Okay. Why did they give Durin as well? Okay, no. Crap. This is gonna mess me up. I could actually check out what Durin does right now too. We already went through the weapon. It's a crit rate. Durin, elemental skill. When transmuted, elemental skill will be replaced by a special elemental skill. So his elemental skill has 2 parts. That's a lot of reading. Purity and darkness. Let's just go with that. Purity does 1 instance of damage and ends the state. Or enters the state of purity. Wait, what? Okay, let me read this again. Purify the soul while transmuted. I don't know what that means. Replace with purity, and normal attacks will be. Oh, his normal attacks does the purity. Okay, okay. Elemental skill becomes purity. Normal attacks become darkness. And then you enter a certain state. Denial of darkness. So you do the elemental skill once, and then you have a choice of elemental skill again, or normal attacks. It's essentially Dancing Girl. What's your face? It is. God, what's her? I use her for the Bloom team. Nilou. She's essentially like Durin's essentially like Nilou's. How that works. Elemental skill, you press it once, and then you have a choice of normal attacks or elemental skill again, and then you're locked into a certain one, a certain state. Confirmation of purity, confirmation or denial of darkness. When enters the state, you will store a certain amount of energy back every 6 seconds. Okay. What does the states have to do though? Here we go. His elemental burst has is different based on the transformation. Okay. In purity, you get 3 instances of damage, manifesting the power of the dragon of the white flame. The dragon of the white flame will follow the active character, and attack opponents. Okay, so Muivika with the first state. What about darkness state? Damage manifesting the power, then will follow the current active character and periodically attack a single opponent. Oh no, it's the same. It's oh god, it's weird. How do I best describe this? The first one is AoE. The second one is single targets for good for bossing. Okay, I see it now. So he has a multiple enemy attack state, or if you're doing bosses, he could single fire. Moivik already does that, in the sense that her satellite attack hits in an area, but it technically also single targets. So I don't know why they split this up, unless the scaling is different. Yeah, the scaling is different. The single attack target one hits harder than the AoE, and the durations are the same. Oh, whoa, the duration is 20 seconds and the cooldown is 8 seconds. That's pretty much 100% uptime. If you get your energy recharge back. Okay. Wait, energy regeneration 26. Okay, so no, I get it. Durin is a self-sufficient burst user. His elemental skill gives 27 energy recharge over time, which maintains his burst state pretty much indefinitely. Cool. Passive, depending on the buff. Depending on the state, Dragon Flame also has Pyro Shredding by 20%. Decay is vaporization and melt. Oh, okay, that's a problem. Now, each state, you have to use his elemental skills properly based on team comp. So you're not going to use the Dragon of the White Flame if you have the Hydro and Vaporization team, or with the Melt team. That's you losing out on the damage, and no one's using Dendro damage. The shredding still works though, not gonna lie. The shredding still works, but you lose out on the vape damage and the melt damage. Okay, that makes it a little bit more focused on what you want to do, instead of you can just switch in between whenever you feel like it. This changes it now. And since Durin is on this team specifically, this buff actually does not work with this team. So this buff is useless right now. He's just a pyro applier with his elemental skill and burst. This is run out the window, essentially. No, never mind, never mind. Pyro Swirl and shredding. So he gives shredding 20%. Venti gives another shredding because viridescent. 40. That's 60% shred. Not bad. So I'm guessing Dragon of the White Flame is the one that you use more often when he's a support. And then the vape damage is when you want to do hella amounts of damage. I could see this with Mualani. Mualani's vape damage is increased by a lot with this, as he's the applier as well. I could see a Mualani with Durin and Morivika, and then a second Hydro character. I don't know, to heal. Might test that. That actually sounds pretty good for Mualani vape damage. Also, Arlecchino melts and Morivika melts too. In stacks of primordial fusion, while the periodic attacks from thing, one stack of primordial fusion will be consumed, increases the damage. Okay, so his damage is increased by a lot, but there's a limited amount of stacks you get. 10 stacks, 20 seconds. You could probably run through the stacks pretty quickly, but by then, I'm gonna assume you could refresh everything. So you can keep this up, keep the stacks up before they hit 0. Based on, I'm seeing like the timing. 10 stacks, 20-second buff on, or duration on this. You get energy back via this. 18-second cooldown, which means you could get this back up again, which refreshes this. Yeah, okay, I see the rotation. And then his Hex and Rye buff. All effects of the light increased by 75%. Okay, no. Ooh, you get more shredding and more vape. Okay, 75% of 20 is like what, 15? No, I'm stupid. The 15%, 75%, 3/4. Why am I not mathing? What's 70% of 20? Math not mathing. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15. I am mathing. Okay, so in my head, I got it right, but me being bad at math, I psyched myself out. Okay, so an extra 15%, so that becomes 35% shred on top of viridescent, which is 75 shred. That's actually pretty big, and just more vape damage. Just, yeah. Okay, I see that. So let's do this first. Boop. Burp. Boop. So again, this is the Venti test run, so I'm focusing on Venti. Oh my god, that's a lot of... What just happened? Did they just give us Hurley Churls for that? Okay, no, that's stupid. Let's try that again. I want to do it with the Farzan buff. So, Venti, Farzan. I get it. I understand the meta. Yeah, a lot of Venti users are gonna be cooking tonight. Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty standard. I understand his gameplay. Let's go with an actual Durin team. Not with Venti, unless they're gonna give me Venti again. So, okay, let's test run the different states that we get. So Elemental skill again, and then burst. You get... This is the denial state. Or no, purifying white dragon, I think. So we get the AoE effect, which is like fire around us. And now the denial of darkness state is this. Ooh, yeah, the nuking potential of denial of darkness is pretty... Oh, we also get the new Klee. Okay. Hetson Circle. Normal attacks increased by... She gains a Boom Boom badge. Each type of attack that can be granted is 1. So you want to do a normal attack, an elemental skill, and a burst to get 3 stacks. To increase her charged attack. I get it. You do normal attack, elemental skill, burst, 3 stacks, do a charge attack, you nuke the room. Okay, but what is this team? Durin... I'm gonna assume Klee is the DPS because that's the entire gameplay. So Durin's gonna play buff with an Albedo and with a Benny, so... Into a Durin. I'm doing Purifying White Flame version of Durin. Okay, now charge attack should nuke. Do that again. 1, 2, 3. You're in Purifying White Flame. Burst. Number skill. So essentially Klee's rotation is attack once, elemental skill, pop your burst, you have your full nuke, do an instant charge attack, and then you should be good. That if anything's still alive after that, you're gonna have to wait for another burst rotation, but you could build energy back with that. I just want to test out Durin specifically. I just want to see how he feels. So this is the Purifying White Flame Dragon. You get the circle around him. Let's try Denial of Darkness. Oh, he doesn't get an infusion. Oh, that sucks. He's a support character. Okay, so again, you get those those mini things that seek them out. Homing missiles, essentially. Now, Purifying White Flame. It's faster. I'm not gonna lie. This is good. This is good pyro application. Like really good pyro application. I could see this with my Mualani. It's actually faster than what's her face? Faster than Moivika. 20 is actually not that bad. 20 crits. I could see that being increased in dumb ways if I do a proper team. That's with the Benny buff. Purifying White Flame. 20, and if I do a reaction, I could get a shred off of that. So that actually does more damage when you think about it. Yeah, 30% or 31. If I team them up with a Venti or an animal character, I get a lot more shredding. Actually, I might try this out on the Venti side, since I could do it there. So, okay, so Venti. What's the damage? I'm seeing 35s. I'm seeing 35 procs. No, I'm seeing 52s. That was so much faster than Venti's DPS. Okay, hold up. Hexenrai buff, Viridescent Shred, 75% on Pyro. That's a 75 Pyro Shred. Benny buff on top of that. That's a lot of Pyro damage. That's actually really, really good. Okay, that's Purifying White Flame. You become the fire and you just walk up to enemies. And he doesn't even need to be on the field, so I could switch to an actual DPS character or somebody who needs the energy particles back for this. Look at this. And then I switch to somebody who needs the energy particles back, and they just die. That is so fast. Christine, if you're still there, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, no, no, I'm not. It's not the damage. It's the application. It's the application of fast AoE pyro application on top of his kit. We could shred if you do an elemental reaction, and if you have an animal character, Kazuha, Jehoda, that is with Viridescent. That's 75% pyro shred. If I slapped on my Morivika there and did her burst rotation, that is a hefty amount of, like, shredding. Okay, Durin... I don't know. Okay, so there's two things that I want. For sure, I want Jehoda, since she can make Flynn's even nuttier, since she's a healer. Jehoda is a healer, which I do like. It helps free up a slot. Yeah, I know. Oh no. There's two characters on this that are pretty good. And Durin has flexibility, but also nutty mechanics because of the Hexenrai. Oh, my Mualani would shred with this too. I could see the elemental reaction teams with this. This is nutty. Okay, I also want to test out the single nuke buff. Let me try this. Benny, Denial of Darkness. Okay, it targeted pretty weirdly. Oh, wow! 10Ks! What is up with that? Okay, so the Denial of Darkness does, like, tremendous amounts of darkness, like, pyro damage. It's slower, but it's meant for bossing, or like a single target. But it's huge with Benny. So he's also a nuker, if you wanted to. Look at the damage, just 85. The crits. That reaction damage that was insane. Okay, so did they build them EM of any kind? No, that's with only 100 elemental mastery. I could see an elemental build with him. 400, 300. That melt, that vaporization is gonna be huge. Even Overload might be like amazing with this. Okay, it's official. I'm pulling for Durin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Skirk. Skirk is still in a good place. Don't get me wrong. Skirk is still in an amazing state right now. But huge butt, like big butts here, like massive butts. Durin has a lot of potential to be in any of my melt vaporization teams. Even Bloom, he shreds Dendro as well, Dendro and Pyro, if you do that team. So you could do like a burning comp team, which I do have Nefer to do that. If I could snag a Jehoda too, who could heal, that's a lot of potential. Oh, this, I'm gonna say this right now, Christini, and I probably should tell, I know you guys are saving Columbina, but this is a double whammy. Depending who's on Columbina's banner, like a 4-star, you might not need her. Jehoda is actually worth the pull, as well as Durin. But that's with his signature weapon though. So okay, wait, let me go back on that. So Durin needs what was his signature weapon? I gotta test that again, but I gotta think about like a weapon to put onto him. So they gave him his signature. I could replace it with... It's a crit rate. He doesn't have self-infusion. The black sword... there is the 4-star... it's the battle pass weapon that I gave for Reno. I think Wolf's Fang. That could work with him since he could be off-field, and it's his elemental skill, which increases the crit rate as well. And just the overall elemental skill damage, so the Wolf's Fang could work on Durin. Do I have any other crit rate weapons or crit damage? If I put C6 Benny, he does infuse Pyro, so I could put the Mist Splitter on Durin, but I need to infuse him to get the bang for your buck. That still works. What else other weapons could I have? Okay, so let's look at the options. Short options. What do we got? We got Skirks. Skirks doesn't work because you need 0 energy, so that's off the table. I could do Elemental Mastery, but that's kind of iffy. Mist Splitter, you get 2 of the aforementioned buffs. Not the elemental infusion unless I have Benny or some kind, so that's still pretty good. High base, it's crit damage. Energy recharge. Skyward Blade's not that good. Wolf's Fang, yeah, 27 crits. Elemental skill damage and elemental burst damage by 32%. Crit rate is increased. Yeah, I think I'm gonna slap on Wolf's Fang. That could work with him. I just have to build a little bit more crit rate and crit damage on his artifacts. Also, is there a new artifact set? I did not check that out. Please tell me there's no new artifact set for Durin. No, we're good. We're good. No new artifact set. Okay, so Durin, what would he want? He's a pyro character. Is he gonna be like a... What did they even give him in the trial run? I'm gonna use that as the base, but there's probably better options. Like, most likely there's gonna be better options. They gave... Oh, right. No bless because he's a burst user. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I could just farm some new ones, but that's actually not that bad. Even as an on-field person, main DPS, this benefits him a lot. Burst damage is increased, and that, I think... Yeah, this is technically burst damage. The homing missiles and the arrowy fire, so that's... Just, even the 2-piece Noblesse is still pretty good. So I might do 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece Pyro, or Energy Recharge. You don't need a full Noblesse since I already probably have Benny with him. So that's kind of redundant, and I'm pretty sure they don't stack. If they do stack, oh no, see, it doesn't stack. So Durin doesn't need full Noblesse. I could do 2-piece. Or is there another option for him? But yeah, Christine, since you're here, don't tell anyone, but I'm gonna be pulling for him. I am pulling for Durin, like right this instance. The reason why I'm doing it right this instant is because I have Primo to earn, Theater, Archon Quest and all that, and the event and all that stuff. So waste my Primos now, earn it back later. Here we go. Could I afford No, there's no way for me to get 2 more wishes to get an instant 10 pull, right? Yeah, there isn't. Let's just do it. Thank you, thank you. First 10. Wait, what is my pity? Do I care for my pity, or do I just do this blind? I got Nefer, right? Oh, 0, essentially 0 pity. Okay. Okay. Genshin, I've been off for a while. I'm back. I'm supporting. I'm telling people to pull for Durin. Please give me Durin so I could advertise it even further. Give me some Jehodas on the side, and I'll be happy. I will be happy. Come on, Jehoda and Durin. Even at C1, Jehoda is going to be replacing like a lot of healers on my team. Thank you. First Jehoda. 5 more to go. 20 pity, or 21, I should say. More Jehoda. Go to C2! Or C1, that's C1. 3. 30 pity. Free wish, okay. No, I'll wait. 40. Damn it, Favonius. I don't want weapons. I want character constellations so I can get reimbursed wishes. Come on. Yeah, it's official. There's no more Escoffier funds, right? This character is too interesting, and then I'll probably have to save up for Columbina. Escoffier is gone. Christina, you heard it here first. The Escoffier funds is no longer the plan. Too many interesting things happened with Nodcry. It sucks, but yeah, no, Skirk is already in a good place. That's the thing. I got so excited, excited with Skirk's damage. I thought, why not buff it up even further, right? But she is in a good place. It's fine. Jehoda C2. Nice. This is 50. We're hitting the mids now. Whitstith. God damn it. 60. Ooh, we're doing high pity. That kind of sucks for me. Yeah. But again, I do want Jehoda constellations, so just give me more Jehodas, and that's a lot of bennies. That's I think I got 4 wishes already reimbursed, so that's good. And this is the 70, so if I don't get it here, I don't get it. Come on! Come on, Durin! Oh, you're teasing me. You're teasing me! We got it! We're safe! First 50-50, let's go! We're good. Okay, we didn't get C6 Jehoda. Sad. But, I didn't read this yet, but let's read the constellations. I might want to pull for Durin constellation. I didn't do that during the test run, so let's see. Constellations. C1. After you do, a party member gains 20 stacks of the Circle of Enlightenment. Nearby characters... Oh, ooh, a team buff. Nearby active characters get just essentially a damage buff per cycle by 60% with the Purifying state. Darkness state deals more burst damage. Oh, Darkness is specifically for Durin, and his burst damage is increased, so he could nuke, or you do a team-wide buff, 60%. That's actually pretty good. And it covers everything. Normal attacks, charge attacks, plunging, elemental skill, elemental burst. And you could do it 20 times. You get 20 stacks. Each one of those attacks consumes 1. So you could do 20 normal attacks, or 20 charged attacks, 20 plunges. Elemental burst, you gotta be careful with that, because multi-hitting elemental burst like Venti is gonna consume all those stacks pretty quickly, so You gotta pick and choose who wants the stacks, and it's the nearby active characters on the field. So if Venti's on the field and his burst is out, those stacks are going to be gone pretty much instantly. Flynn's could use this. Morlani could absolutely use this because the vaporization on her normal attack by 60%. That's pretty good. I might want a constellation just to get Jehoda C6. So again, I said it right now. I'm not going back on my word. The Escoffier fund is no longer existent, meaning we're doing it again. C5? No, that's C4. Explosions. He hit 6, Jehoda. I think that's C6. Let me double check. Let me play around with C6 Jehoda first before I pull for more constellations. But yeah, Jehoda's in a good place right now. I had to build 2 characters now. Jesus. Yeah, 1 more constellation. Okay, okay. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. No new 4-star weapon. Oh, wait. Is that weapon an event weapon? No. Well, why did they showcase that new weapon for Jehoda if there's no way to earn it? Am I blind? Okay, we'll think about that later. What's this? Right, I don't want to do that just yet. So 1 more Jehoda. I have 44 in the pocket there. 44 wishes. No, not 44. Divide that by 6. I have like 7 wishes. No Jehoda. There we go. C6 Jehoda. Perfect. I might as well just waste all my Primos now. See who I get. More wishes. Nice. Ooh, they really want me to do high on both. That's insane. Ooh, I might not even get a constellation. Again, I still have to beat the 50-50 wall. There we go. There we go. Please give me also a purple. I need a... There we go. Purple. More wishes on the side. C2! 50-50! I beat the wall! I beat the wall. Good timing too. I just ran out of like a 10-pull wishes. Yeah, okay, so we got C2 Durin. Woot. Let's make a theoretical team while we're here. Good way to start off the stream. I say start off, it has been an hour. Durin and Jehoda. Theoretical team setup. Oh yeah, C1. C1, sorry. We get the first one and the C1. Thank you. He would fit on Pyro, I'm not gonna lie. Jehoda would replace Kazuha for healing. I could get rid of the Farina. Hold up. Check this out. Check this out. Durin goes here as the Pyro applier. Or, no. Pyro buffer last. So Muruvika still stays. I slap on Durin. It should be C1. No, Jehoda should be last since she's the healer. No, Durin should be last because he's the final buffer. Right? So Jehoda goes in this slot because the final one on my rotation goes on over here, I think. Right? No, Durin goes here. Right? Jehoda is the healer. She should be on the down on the D-pad. Yes. Here's the buff. So again, I still need to do that Hex and Circle quest line to get this, that 75% buff to his passive. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So this is a Mualani vape with Jehoda, but let's actually build a team. Create a new team. He is gonna be the on-field, right? But he is a Hex and Circle or Hex and Rye character, so we have to put in Hex and Rye characters. I think Sucrose is a Hex and Rye, I believe. But she shouldn't go on first since she is Animo. I just need one. It's either... I'm thinking Mona. Who the heck? Okay, I gotta look at the Hex and Rye thing again. Hex and Rye. Okay, with Durin. Yeah, Official and Sucrose and Mona. Between those three. Official, if I have a normal attack, Durin is not the main DPS. I have to use somebody who's not... Mona with Durin. Mona with Durin will equal nuking. You want to do Durin's Darkness nuke with Mona to get the maximum amount of damage. Sucrose for swirling. You know what? We'll stick with Sucrose since C6, and you could never go wrong with swirling. Okay, it's gonna be Sucrose. But she shouldn't be first. Sucrose should shred last, so... Durin goes here, since he has the nuke last. Sucrose goes over here. Who are these two gonna be? One of them is gonna have to be the main DPS. So we start the fight, but they also are the main DPS with that character. I could assume... Did I do a Lauma? Would Lauma work? No, that induces burning. I was thinking of like doing something with Nodcry, like a double Nodcry character, if that would work. But it might steal reactions. Who is not going to steal reactions? Or should I just keep it simple? I probably should keep it simple. Let's go with... God, I'm actually having a tough time thinking about who should I put here. Jehoda could be the healer. So start off with Jehoda. She could also Viridescent Swirl. I already have a Viridescent Swirl with Sucrose, meaning I don't need Sucrose then. I'm thinking for Durin nuking. His nuke potential. So he's gonna have to do the Darkness State, which only hits once. So I need crowd control, but also single focused attack. Let's just put Jehoda for now. Let's just say that's a freebie. Of course, it's kind of gonna be Benny, but Benny's the healer. Okay, you know what? No. Extra Pyro, Sucrose, Durin, Benny. No, see, that's already too much pyro. It has to be another animal character. Just to get the cooldowns, might as well. Sucrose needs to stay because the Durin and Hexenrai. Which I haven't done yet. I haven't done the quest yet for the Hexenrai, so I have to let that sit for a bit. Benny's the healer. Because he also does the buff, which is really good for that. I had to replace Moravika with somebody else, but who can I replace her with? Who benefits from this team comp? Official. If it's official... This is tough. This is tough. Benny and Durin, that's a no-brainer. Pure damage, pure damage. Sucrose with shredding, but also with Durin, Hexenrai. This is a freebie slot, which I don't know who to put on with. Farina? DPS Farina off field? Yeah, I don't get a double buff with these two, but that's fine. Just get the double buff with these two, Hexenrai with these two. Farina could heal, but also do a lot of damage as well. She's probably going to be DPS Farina in this state, meaning Durin gets Wolf's Fang for the DPS and crit rate. You get your Noblesse back from Farina. Sucrose, your Viridescent Shredding, so you can take anything. Energy Recharge Particles back, or where was that funky weapon that gives you Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge? There, so after using Elemental Skill, you get Elemental Mastery, which increases her Elemental Mastery to 400. That's good for her kit. Farina is DPS Farina, I believe, which is... on this. Hydro on that. In terms of stats, you need more crit damage. And I already have that, so... Over plus 26, 60 by 130, not bad, could be better, but it's fine. It's HP scaling, or I could give her a Mist Splitter. 60 by 164, that's fine. Weak HP, but she's not the healer. Sucrose is built, that's built. Okay, we'll focus on Durin first, and then Jehoda last. Because I do not have enough materials to level up two characters at once. That's how it is. If anything, I could give her... Right, I could give her Aino stuff. I'm gonna test her out right now. Ooh, not attack. Not elemental mastery. Energy recharge, dealing damage does not stack. Okay, she does actually need this because I'm gonna slap her on the Aino team. Aino already has that. Same with Flynn, so they don't need to double stack. She gets rid of Kuki Shinobu in this team comp. He needs attack. High base attack, so... we'll give her that. Unless there's another buffing... bow that I haven't been leveling up. No? She needs energy recharge for her burst to heal. Healing. Lowest HP character additional healing. Wait, what? Personal robots. How does this heal again? It says lowest HP. Does it not heal the active character on... I thought it says active character. Or is that from her... oh, it's from her passive. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna just test this out. She doesn't need to be leveled up for the other characters to do damage. So, Christina, here's the thing. Jehoda C6. Your nearby character 20 seconds. That's 40% crit damage. Just 40%. Just 40% crit damage. Sucrose gives 40% or 60% to Flynn's. That's 100. That's 100 crit damage. Straight up. I stole the bow? Yeah, I stole the bow by accident. Right, Sarakujo and Jehoda are on the same team. Who needs it more? Let's just do this real quickly, so... it does more damage. It does tremendously more damage, so... Jehoda had Swirl, right? No, she had no artifact set. If I'm being cheeky, I would give her this set. Viridescent to Swirl. But the problem with that is it's probably gonna swirl... it's gonna swirl... Hydro. Because Ino goes on first. So I'm not gonna get that Electro shredding. That being the case, I want OP healing from her. She scales off of attack with healing. We have a healing set. When an elemental skill hits an opponent, attack is increased, shielding, no. I could give her Ocean Hued, to be honest. But it's all HP stats because I built it HP. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. I'll stick with the Viridescent. If it happens to swirl Electro, yay. If it doesn't, at least I do have like a high amount of attack stats on this. And she definitely needs energy recharge, which is this. I'm gonna give her this. Favonius Bow. And hope she has enough energy recharge via other stats. 42% crit rate. 33. Attack. Energy recharge. Energy recharge, but no attack. Energy recharge and crit. Oh wow! Heck, 10% or 5 with crit damage and crit rate. I'm gonna go with the crit damage for more chance for her, for the bow to proc. The way that I'm seeing this, if the rotation is proper... Oh shoot, I've been ignoring somebody on the... The YouTube side. Again, I keep forgetting that YouTube has its own comment section. I am sorry. But I'm actually locked into like throughout this team comp. I need to fill in the... Okay, get some particles back. Which... That... Element of skill. Yeah, we gotta work on that healing. Definitely work on that healing. But again, it heals lowest HP character additional healing. Oh, okay, additional healing. If the character is the lowest, so that could work with... Actually, no. The healing is attack scaling as well. Okay, there it is. And rank 1, it's about 20k healing, but it's pretty fast. You have this, I know. Could I give you this for more particle regeneration? Maybe. Try this again. First on field. I didn't get the full stack. I messed up already. So it's heavily reliant on Jehoda getting the full stack. That's the problem. Okay. Now Jehoda's gonna heal. 20k. 20k. Yeah, that could be a problem. I gotta figure out how to get her... When the purloin task is fully full, you get crit. How to get more of that? Is it based on talent? Most likely it's about talent, right. Hydro healing is increased. Hey, yo! Ooh, that helps with Aino. Aino with Jehoda, I get more healing. Nice. More healing on this too, and Elemental Mastery, which is good for Flynn's. Okay. Unlocking the talents, I get more healing. Just know that. So Flynn's is even stronger. Strongest person on my team. We got the Duran team. Let's start leveling them up. What? He gets another outfit? Hold up. Oh, he gets a crown. Look at his forehead. He gets extra horns. Trying to see the back's head, but I don't see. That's the only thing I'm looking at. He gets extra dragon kind of like looking things on his head. Okay, free outfit. That's pretty cool. He is purple. Even though he's pyro, his purple aesthetics look pretty good with this. Right. Okay, let's level this bad boy up. And then start needing the new boss stuff. Okay, how do I get the new boss stuff? I just do a story quest? I remember that's a thing. You get the characters up to be like level 60 with just doing their story quests once, so probably should save that after. Pyro bonus damage, increased burning, bludgeon, vaporization by using elemental 2-piece, increased by I could do. This is actually not that bad since Benny already has the noblesse. The 4-piece set here could do like a lot of vaporization. He's not on field attacking. Yeah, I'm just gonna do Crimson Witch. He is a witch. Why not? And currently Yomiya has that. Oh no, Lene has that. You're sitting at a comfortable 50 by 155. Could be better. What could I improve on? Crit damage, crit rate. Pyro damage with no bonuses. So, take that out. Morivika, attack. Ooh, wow. I know your attack scaling, but I need a little bit of crit on that. Guess there's no other options. 50 by 160 with Pyro. I'm already having a crit damage hat, so what am I missing on? Here, 17, 14, 11. Yeah, it's just this one. If I could get like a 20 on this somehow, like 20 pyro damage, 180 would be really nice. Maybe there's one in the making. No. Electra. Okay, so no other options. I'll stick with the 20% attack on top of that. Damage test, and then I'm actually gonna go straight into the Archon quest after this. No more messing around. I got Durin, I got C6 Jehoda. We'll do building streams in the coming weeks. Let's stay focused. So, Farina, buff, Sucrose, buff, Sucrose. Oh wait, I didn't have his burst yet. Ooh, energy recharge is gonna be a pain. Okay, I got the burst up, but this is pretty bad since I can't do it against this fight. Yeah, okay, the burst, the energy recharge is not the greatest. I needed a better source of energy recharge. I might have to sacrifice Farina's damage potential just to get energy back, which is Favonius. She could hit multiple times. Same with Sucrose. I'm gonna give her back Favonius. They hit multiple times to generate particles. Hopefully Durin get some energy back via those guys, and then Benny could also give particles via pyro particles. But I need just the general elemental particles faster for Durin. Try this again. And also, this is not a good boss to test it on. He has like a invulnerability state, which does not help. Oh, shoot. I failed to read something. I just saw that happen right now. Durin, he stole all his energy. If I don't have his burst up fast enough, it's gonna consume it. That's not good. Enter Denial of Darkness. Or was that this? Denial of Darkness is the elemental, the normal attack. I'm trying to do that. What happened? Why did it steal on all his burst energy? I'm trying to read this. Maybe Furina's not the choice here. No, I should be getting my energy back. Was it the... Yeah. You gotta leave? Thanks for stopping by, Christini. Thanks for, like, giving me the luck, to be honest. And also, Pyro was not the good... greatest against this guy. Ugh. So I need another source of healing. Another source of particles back. I guess I have to say goodbye to Furina. No more DPS Furina because it is killing me. Either shielding or... Best thing I could think of is Kuki. But again, he's also weak because he's missing a lot of his kit, right? All the passives and all that stuff. Energy recharge is a pain with him. Ooh, I like the charge attack. Oh right, I forgot to rate his animations. Okay. Standard slash. Very reminiscent to... Oh, so why do you have this weapon? Here we go. Using the wings, pretty cool. What's it called? Radiant Wing Slash. Okay, it's not part of the mod stat style of attacking. Again, I gotta find a proper boss to use this against. I'll try again against this guy, but I think this guy stole my energy. That's what happened. This guy stole my energy during his that shielding phase. So I gotta find a different enemy type to fight. This guy puts burning on me, so I die instantly. I can just do Furina. Healing Furina? I don't get the particles back though. I just gotta be extra careful. Something's in my eye. He's off field, just generate particles. Jiren doesn't need to be on the field to get the particles back. They just need somebody tanky.
底内の不運が。燃やし尽くす。
That did not work out. A purifying white flame. Oh, the burning. Yeah, okay. Farina. This is not healing Farina, so particle generation is a problem. Is there a new area on the map? No. Surely not. Surely not. Okay, it's still in-house, but there is a new region since there is a new teleport, which I haven't... Oh, that's just the new boss. Never mind. You're in... Is it because you're weak currently? I'm not feeling it. Okay, I could attempt that other team comp, but particle generation is always going to be a problem here. Who has particle regeneration? No particle generation problems. Morvika? Skirk. Yuki Shinobu with a Favonius, possibly?
私の合図を見てから行動するんだ。
Non-existent crit rate, but that's fine. Try this again. Then I'll move on. I'll move on after this, to be honest. I just gotta get like a decent healer of some kind. That was a nuking. Hopefully I could get the... Oh, Duran died? Again? I don't know how this happened. The burning... Oh, yeah, he's dying for some reason. It probably has a poison. Not a good boss to fight against then. Not a good test run. Favorite test run would be Inazuma. Let's try purifying white flame. How about that? Let's try... Ray of Darkness. Vaporization. Particle generation back. How? Cost 70. Oh, that's why. It's... I was thinking about his numbers when he was crowned. 27 energy back. He only gets 6 particles back via this because it's at level 1. That's why. Okay. So eventually, with double Favonius or even like a single Favonius, he will get his energy back in time. It's just at the level of his talent that. Let's get energy back via Benny. Yes. Too gross. You know, vape damage should be increased by a lot, technically. Okay, he's gonna go buff state. Hydro Applier would be for this. Duran's vaporization damage is increased, and his melt, right. That didn't work for Morlani, so I should get that off. It's his reactions, meaning he needs a Hydro Applier. Or a Cryo Applier. Most likely a Cryo because Melt does more damage when it's Pyro. So who could apply Cryo pretty quickly? Duran's Pyro is afflicted. I could do Skirk, to be honest. She could do her damage rotation, but then the Melt is what does the damage. Right? Is that how I'm reading it? So I just need to get particles back as quickly as possible, and then when Duran's burst is ready, I should see a massive increase to like a single potential melt proc. Okay, Skirk, you could just do this by yourself if you wanted to. This is a Duran test. I need to use Duran's ability as much as possible to get particles back, essentially. Okay, now I gotta wait. I gotta wait for the elemental skill one more time. So the rotation is. It's pretty quick. What's the cooldown? 12-second cooldown. 30-second duration of that of the buff. This thing. Well, that's going down. I can do it again. Generate particles. Okay. Skirk doesn't do well with melt. But this team's actually not that bad. Skirk could still carry by herself. She's losing a lot of damage because without her proper team. Yeah, I just need to use Durin as much as possible when his burst is ready. So maybe I start with Durin. Yeah, start the fight with Durin, and then he gets his particle generation back, yada yada yada. Into a sucrose to swirl that. Any main DPS on the side. And then a Benny. What's Nefer's thing? Bloom. Wait, that doesn't work this team. Bloom cores need to be generated. Cleanses electric charge. Yeah, I could stick with Skirk. Skirk is standalone. And it lasts 30 seconds. That's a massive buff, actually. I'm gonna try Purifying White Flame. His buff's already up, so let me just do... I messed up already. I already messed up the rotation. I gotta refresh this. I'm gonna try a Melt Sucrose. Even though that's not her gimmick, it might work out. Okay, Pyro. Dang, I'm really underestimating this team. Yeah, this is the wipe. Oh, this is tough. I'm stuck with it for now. I don't think I'm going to be facing anything that huge. Skirk should be able to, like, solo this anyways. Okay, let's not waste any more healing, but let's jump straight into the Archon quest. And then we do the Hex and Circle stuff, get Durin's secondary buffs and all that stuff. Oh, so does Sucrose get anything with... Yeah, she does. I need to complete the quest. After Sucrose creates a small wind spirit, nearby party members attack increase by 5 points. That's a really funky number. 7.3. Why is the number so weird? I trust this team to do damage. Though, if I want to be extra cheeky, to keep the Hexen Ride buff, which is non-existent at the moment, I could actually just put in Mona. Mona could do her elemental skill, which helps Skirk at least get some damage buff. She's also a burst user, so let's give her energy recharge back. Oh crap, this is the one that's energy recharge. Okay, and you also get Favonius. You could do it for a little bit more crit rate, not gonna lie. What could you do? All the energy recharge stuff is on there, so. Durin into a Mona, into a Benny, into a Skirk. Hexen Circle and the quest. Go to the guild in Nasha Town. Okay, let's actually start the Archon quest. I'm gonna practice this team rotation. Afterwards, we'll try to level up Benny or Durin, and I'll probably end off there so I could save farming and the other events for like another stream day. But we'll focus on the Archon quest and the Hexen Circle stuff today or tonight.
ご協力ありがとうございました。緊急の依頼はもうないので、これをヒヒまさかなどくらいでそんな言葉が聞ける日が来るなんてな。ここに来たばかりの頃はあちこちワイルドハントが発生してたし、ファデュイも騒ぎを起こしまくりで。
Do I seem smaller for some reason? Hold up, I think my chair over time lost its oomph. There you go. Yeah, it did get lowered over time.
ヒルチャールが大好きなスライムのタル爆弾みたいにいつ爆発してもおかしくない状態だったのに。ああ、オイラたちは世界最強コンビだぜ。
Oh, now I feel too tall.
お二人は期月の夜が間もなく訪れることをご存知でしょうか。
Oh look, why is the camera? Sorry, the light was kind of drooping.
ああ、この前ランマから聞いた気がするぞ。
Mm-hmm.
でもナシャタウンでもやるのか？それってナシャタウンの住民の多くはお祭りをビジネスチャンスとみなしていますから、背景は気にしていないみたいです。このお祭りはもともと草月の子のものでした。期月の花を身にまとい、歌ったり踊ったりして月神様の誕生を祝うんです。
Is this like a lighthearted quest? It doesn't seem urgent. The rear was the urgent opponent we have to face, but then he's gone. So maybe this is like a buffer a buffer quest in
手作り
between.
の工芸品や食べ物をシェアしたりもし
More
ます。
backstory on
今で
Columbina
は
and all her
名護
stuff.
くらいで最も賑やかなお祭りなんですよ。
And again, I did not watch the live stream. I have no idea what I'm getting into. Like, I don't know where this leads to. I have zero clue.
興味が湧いてきたぞ。ひひ、急ぎの依頼もないみたいだし、お祭りの前に用事を済ませておこうぜ。
Actually, I'm gonna move this somewhere else so I can see it a little bit closer. Right about there? No. Yeah, what about there? That should be big enough.
So そういえば、ナドくらいに着いた時、宇宙船が不時着した場所はここだったって言ってたよな。月の狩人の事件に巻き込まれて調査ができなくなってたけど、今ってチャンスじゃないか？
Yeah, I completely forgot that we're trying to find the spaceship. So many things happened. I took a nice break from Genshin. I forgot we're still looking for clues on where the traveler first landed here in Nodcry.
探してる時にはなかなか見つからないものも、探すつもりがない時には出てくるって。
Been too distracted, in-game IRL as well.
他にやりたいことがないか考えながら、なんとなく宇宙船の情報も気にかけておこうぜ。
Oh shoot, I forgot to check up on her. Actually.
急に
I'm probably another week behind her daily or her weekly check-ins. Ugh.
コロンビーナの体調が気になるのはわかるけど、確かにな。でも結局博士は一度も出てきてないし、そうだな。それにファデュイを代表して現れた傀儡も執行官としての威厳を保つために強気な感じでいないといけないんだろうな。あいつ月の狩人と対決した時はずっとプロンニアとかのいろんなロボットを修理して、自分が他人からどう見られてるのか気にし始めるとますますプライドが傷つけられるもんなんだよな。まさかあいつここにいないんだから。
Yeah, because you don't talk about or the marionette in front of the Catherines.
どうされましたか？
She's listening in. You gotta remember, she made those Catherines all across the bot. Like a really nice spy network built into the Adventures Guild. Very smart though. Okay, I was gonna go there anyways, but I do have to check on Columbina for her weekly, but it's currently locked. Yeah, I'm a week behind. Shoot. I'm actually at this point 3 weeks behind. Everybody else should be on like the either the last moon or the second to the last moon, but now, oof. And just in case they make me fight. Oh, well, a bot. Long time no see, bots. Crit rate. Okay, I don't even have a crit rate on that. There we go, 42 by 180 something. I'll take that.
あれ、あいつ座ってるぞ。
No, actually no. Now that I feel like I'm too high up in my camera. When I look at the chat, it looks like I'm looking down. That's probably just like a me
私がこ
problem.
こに座ってるのが
てっきり休んでるかと思ってたから。
突然の来客がなければそうしてたかも。でも邪魔されたって思ってるわけじゃないよ。横になったまま話すのは冷たく見えるかなと思って。
Well, I did catch her sleeping a couple of times,
そんな
so
ことも考えるようになったんだ。
and she floats down. I forgot she could fly.
たまにね。最近君や君の仲間たちのことを思い出すことがあるの。思い出にはぬくもりがあって不思議で温かい。故郷へ帰るときはお土産をたくさん持って帰るんだってことは知ってた。
Oh, I won't say that. We'll give you something in return.
私の荷物は
Here, take
空っぽで
Paimon's crown. Makes a nice gift.
やっぱり月に帰るのか？うん。私はこの星と常に反発し合ってる。まるテイワットにとどまればいつの日かきっと崩れてしまう。寂しいけど。
どうやって帰るつもり？
もうすぐ期月の夜が来る。それは
Oh, imagine if she had her spaceship. She's not gonna fly to the moon. She's gonna take her spaceship and we send her off. Kind of like the ending of like, what's that movie? Men in Black 3? Was that Men in Black 2? Men in Black 2. It's the Men in Black 2 where at the end we send that person off to space via
そ
spaceship.
の日、この土地の空爆は最高潮になる。わかったぞ。闇み
コロンビーナを
Slingshot
発射するってこと？
それだと偽りの空に衝突。それよりかはもっと優しいやり方だけど。
Oh yeah, the false
その日
sky.
は面白いね。
How are you gonna get past that though?
おいらのユーモアを分かってくれて嬉しい。
We know we could create teleportation into space, kind of like what we did when we sent Rear into God knows where. But he definitely went out of the past the false
あっと
sky.
いう間にお別れの時間だね。
そうだね。幸せな時間を
Isn't that true? Time flies fast as hell.
私はずっとこの土地をあてもなくさまよって、でもこうして私の手を握ろうとしてくれる人がいる。
俺の答えを待ってる？
うん。君は旅人。
今を楽しむ。それだけ。
そうそう。あんまり深く考えることないぞ。なるほど。だったら今の私はとても疲れてるけど。
あんまり嬉しそうに聞こえないな。
そう。
Yeah, very monotoned.
君なら分かってくれると思ったけど。
嘘。会った時から。
冗談だったの？それで私を訪ねてきたのはあれのためだよね。
Oh shoot, is this? No. This seems proper. Is this the Archon quest or is this the weekly thing?
いや、別の相談があって。
じゃあ祝福はいらない？
いる。
I'm actually confused. I think since I started the Archon quest, it locked the weekly thing out until I'm done the Archon quest or I'm done this portion.
ありがとう。実はここの人々は昔、期月の夜に。
Oh yeah, they were talking about the Moon Prayer stuff. So this is the Archon quest, not the weekly.
月の狩人と戦った時、コ
We're actually
本当にたくさん手を
Pharaoh
貸してくれたから。
party.
帰ってまだみんなの意見は聞いてないけど。
そういうのには参加したことがないから。心配しなくていいぞ。おいらもちろん具合が悪かったら無理をするなよ。でも私はクータルと呼ばれる存在。
Oh yeah, she's on the run. We could protect her technically.
心配しないで。なんとかするから。
We pretty much have all of the town on her side since she did help save them in all of Nodgrai, so maybe the Fatui could probably put it off as well, just for the moment.
そこまで言うなら
We'll see.
言葉に甘えて
We'll see if the marionette also helps with, you know, shaving off the arrest for at least a couple of days or during this moon
本
festival.
当の姿を知る前にこの土地の景色をお土産に持っていきたい。そうだ、もしラウマに会ったら代わりに伝えておいて必要ない。よくわからないけど。
Oh yeah, the Frost Moon Scions. What are they gonna do when their goddess leaves them? She's gonna be okay? Ooh, they're turning white.
それにわからないから。
Neither yes or no, because there's no need, but I don't know as well. Cryptic, but also...
コロンビーナも承諾してくれたことだし、他にも参加したいやつがいないか聞かないとな。期月の夜の戦闘に一番詳しいのはラウマだよな。まずはラウマの宝に行こうぜ。
visit Lauma.
お前の計画ってどんな感じなんだ？
まだわからない。
おい、こっちはお前を信じてコロンビーナと約束したんだぞ。一体いつからそんな行き当たりばったりの性格になったんだよ。
Yeah, this is currently locked off, but I did get the weekly quest. Oh, I already got the buffs. Does it count for this week, or could I go back to get it again? Yeah, Skirk still does the job, even if she's not with her best team. It's just Escoffier would have been nice, but I'll cope. I have Durin now. Durin's more flexible. Escoffier is just meant for Skirk in most cases and shredding, but Durin C1, I'll deal. I will deal with it. Try killing something else. It only goes up in here with the damage and the Hexenrai buffs. What is Mona's Hexenrai actually? Normal attacks, charge attacks, gain stacks. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh, actually maybe it does. You want to gain stacks, 3 stacks, 8 seconds each. And then when somebody does a reaction, it consumes a stack to increase the damage by 5%, maximum of 15% increase on a vape reaction. That's something. It forces you to attack first before you switch your rotation with Mona. Oh, there is an enemy over there. I think it's the Hurley Troll people. Yeah, okay, let's try this again. So Durin first. Into a Mona. Who could taunt, by the way, which is nice. Though it's not working at the moment. The Skirk. Yes, 60 melt? That's actually not that bad, that kind of reaction. Her damage is already boosted by a butt ton. Add in a simple forward melt, or reverse melt actually in this case, it still does tremendous amounts of damage. And then if I could manage to do a Durin, like so. No, but the healing. I do have a problem with healing. I might need a better healer in that sense. Something a little bit more consistent. Jehoda. Mona died because of the... Yep, see? I do like Benny, but I might swap in somebody else for more healing. More consistent healing, I should say. I think it's time for healing Farina to shine. Healing Farina. Skirt can't generate particles, so essentially each rotation I just do Darren stuff until its burst is ready, and then it should work out. We'll test it out in the next encounter, but this is like a wacky, good general overall team, not for specialized fighting nor speed runs. Ooh, Varka. And they're preparing the festival here too now.
さてな。昨日の晩はちょっとばかし飲んでたんだが。
Yeah, you got damn drunk.
バルカさんはナシャタウンを代表して期月の夜に使う装飾品の確認と配置デザインを検討しに来てくださったのだ。
ま、そうとも言えるな。
全然違うじゃないか。
期月の夜に祭りを開催するのはなどその日総輪の枝が差す月は満月になり
Full moons? Hey yo, okay, so those become full.
ましてや月の狩人の大事件が起きた後だ。ナシャタウンのお偉いさんたちも賑やかな祭りを開催すればみんなきっと前向きになれると考えてるわけだ。
言われてみればキャサリンもみんなお祭りの背景は気にしてないって言ってたな。
Yeah, it's kind of like Christmas. Oh wait, yeah, it's getting to be like a Christmas event. Timing's pretty nice. It's December, mostly everywhere.
これはどちらかといえば
So yeah, this is just like a fill-in quest.
祭りの裏にある
Probably nothing too major. Some lore reveals, some like tie-ins, but nothing too big. Hopefully.
故に蒼月のこの者たちも過去の信仰が間違っていたと知ってもなお。
そういえばリーユへの回答祭でもみんな仙人が本当に存在するかどうかは気にしてないみたいだったよな。そうそう、さっきコロンビーナに会いに行ったんだ。
おお、その口調からすると
クータルはこの日に月に帰るつもりなのだろう。
Oh, so Lauma already kind of figured out.
そうそう、原理はよくわからなかったけど。
実はクータルがそういう選択をなさるという予感はクータルが参加される以上特別な準備をしなければな。
Oh, extra fancy. Pull out all the stops. Also, some of these boxes are from the Simulacra and the Imaginary Theater. Reused assets. Look at that.
蒼月のこの彫刻はとても細かく作られておる。誰もが知っておる神を隠すのは
やっぱり解決策なんかすぐには浮かばないよな。
何？大したことじゃない。
もう何か思いつい
そういうわけじゃないが、祭りで一番大切なのは準備してる側がしかめっ面をしてたら参加者の人たちも楽しむに楽しめないだろ。
さすが自由の都。
Very true. Mod stat through and through with
今
Varka.
はまずクータルへの気持ちを祭り探し物は石の下にあるものだ。
オイラが言ったのと同じことを言ってるぜ。
ほう？
楽しみになってきたな。
Wind Bloom, which is like
初めて
April
ウィンドブル
or
ーム祭
May.
に参加する恋人たちは世界一の表情をするもんだ。きっと月神のジョーちゃんも最高の表情を見せてくれる。
それはちょっと違うような。
ナシャタウンの方は俺に任せてくれ。それ以外にも賑やかな祭りに欠かせないのが仲間の存在だ。
立つ前に蒼月の子の方で準備しているものを紹介しよう。クータルの決断について。
More questions about Columbina's decisions. Okay. That is the moon deer. Raccoon. It's pretty cute. Can I do this now? I can't in storage. Oh, actually, no, I can. Ooh, music. We got music, what are they called? Kunhekis? No. Kuvaki is the energy. Yeah, Kunhekis.
月齢はああいう太鼓を使って音楽を演奏するのが得意なのだ。どこで
They're
演
hitting
奏
it
を
with
覚
their
えたのか
floppy
わから
ears.
ないが
生まれつきの才能って可能性もあるな。こいつらにとっては。
And we have the special one, the Lunatar.
お前も遊びたいのか？
Does she know how? Maybe not.
困惑してるみたいだな。
今度機会があったらオイラたちが教えてあげようぜ。
Okay, there's a chance that I might go through a power out. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm really hoping it doesn't happen. Now's the time. Where are we going? Where are we going?
ふわふわしてるのはなんだ？
月のベール。建物の
Moon
数々
veils, they're like buildings.
月のベールを
You look
通
through the
して空を
sky,
見
it
る
creates a
と
lovely...
霧がかかったような景色になり、
Oh yeah, that is
とても
cool.
美しいのだ。
It's translucent, but then you could also hang stuff on it. Oh, that would make very neat decorations IRL.
みんな忙しそうだな。
しかし、どれも期月の夜に必要なものだからな。例えば、ここで制作している彫刻は、先ほどファルカさんと設置場所
Oh
を
yeah,
確
that is
認
new.
したものだ。
A moon deer. It's pretty good.
そうだったのか。こんなに大きいんだな。安心してくれ。人手はちゃんと手配しておく。完成したら連絡をくれれば
My legs are
こちら
starting
で
to hurt.
運ぼう。
よろしく頼む。
Problems with sitting on your leg for extended periods of time. So use the blood
伝
flow.
統的な飴を準備しておる。
Damn. Bad habits of crossing your legs while sitting down. Ugh, I'll just switch legs. No, I don't want to lean back. It makes me look small as hell, though. You know what? If I lean back and look small, I'll just raise the chair even further. Now I'm extra high. And if I lean back... Oh yeah, this is okay. Normal height. Though I am kind of like lean back by a lot. I'm afraid of my posture. Because I'm leaning forward like that. I just have to fix that. My exercise or stretch.
もちろん、きっと口に合うはずだ。
オイラ甘いものなら何でも好きだぞ。
もしこれがパイモンへの狂月の禅なら、もう立派な蒼月の子だな。
I Too much. Now I'm back to being short. Ah, it's fine. I'm gonna just deal with this as is.
祭りの時期になるとナシャタウンではこうした総輪の穂が見られるようになる。
Maybe if I stretch my legs forward. Nope, that makes me lean back even further.
期月の夜の到来は決まった時間ではないゆえ、大まかな推測しかできぬ。総輪の穂や期月これらの変わる時を待つのも、
Speeding this up, speeding this up. Or this is gonna be like a festival kind of event where you do like 5 different mini games, then the Archon quest is over. No boss fights, no nothing.
以前、蒼月の子にお誘いしたことがあるのだ。蒼月の子の人々に彼女を何も返答はなかった。そして今に至るまで蒼月の子、これがクータルの答えだと思っていたが、ならば今回の誘いに応じたというの。そうか、そうだな。クータルのご判断は正しいかもしれぬ。信仰対象としての神になってもらおうという。
Yeah, don't treat her like a god. Just treat her like maybe a founding member. So no need to revere her. Just remember her.
顔を出したらまたファデュイを引きつけてしまう。迷惑をかけてしまうと配慮してくださったのやもしれぬ。だがそんな面倒事などさまつなことだ。クータルはここに生まれたというのに誰にも守ってもらえなかった。そのことが心苦しいのだ。
口を挟ませてもらうが、旅立つ者には負担ではなく祝福を。月神の嬢ちゃんは期月の夜の送別会に参加する。
ふむ、一理ある。
そういうこった。俺たちにできることは。
Again, spoken like a true Mondstadt who likes to celebrate.
それに月に帰ったらもうこっちに戻ってこられない。
そうそう、ファルカの言う通りだ。
それじゃ俺はそろそろナシャタウンに戻るが、一緒に来るか。
ついてくぜ。
うむ、感謝する。
Oh shoot, it's getting kind of late. I might, if there's a part 2 to this, which most likely there is, Archon quests typically are part 1, part 2, I'll save part 2 for tomorrow. And some farming stuff. And who was that at the altar? Is that somebody I should be concerned about? No, it's just Llama. She stayed behind. Final thoughts, Llama? Okay. Into town with Varka. Let's go. I do want to kill something along the way. I'm feeling confident with this team comp in terms of not bossing. There should be something here. Or there'd be nothing here. Okay. There really no enemy types here? I swear there should be. Nope, I'm about to go inside the town. Great. Who's that I spy? Hey, Durin and Albedo.
あれってデュリンとアルベドとフリンズか？何の話をしてるんだ？
Also, I hate hat hair. It messes up my hair.
確かに 珍しい組み合わせだ。
あ、大団長。それに旅人とパイモン。
こんにちは。
また調査団に新たなメンバーが増えそうですね。
And again, out of one person here in this entire group right now, just all that, there's only one human. I'm gonna put that out right now. Flynn's is a Fae, Albedo is a homunculus. I think Durant's also homunculus / dragon. Paimon is a god. I'm an alien. Varka's the only human in this group right now. It's hilarious.
当ててみよう。正義のライトキーパーはついにアビスの竜に対抗するつもりだな。
そうと。
信じられないぞ。その返事、なんか前にも聞いたような。
正確に言うと、おおむね
お前が言ったんだろう。何を。
僕が説明するよ。僕たちはフリンズさんと
North of Nasher Town, that is where the beach was.
その時野外でアビスの魔物を見かけたんだけど、なんだか変だなって思った。
Ghost mimics?
アビスの気配が全く感じられなかったんだ。
Interesting. So the Wild Hunt is releasing abyssal creatures with no abyssal
近づい
energy.
て調べてみたら、それは実在する魔物じゃなくて、なんていうか、水面に映った影や蜃気楼
It definitely has something to do with the Kuvaki getting more concentrated. With the moon getting closer. Again, probably a reflection of the past, or the moon is reflecting on the abyss, which is kind of like a parallel side to like a parallel instance where those guys are technically are there, those wolves, but they're on the abyss side of things. And they haven't crossed over, but they're becoming a little bit more visible because of the moon.
それって見えるけど触れないってこと。
そう、すごく変なんだ。
And they're also seeing the other side too. So there's like the veil is thinning to some degree.
聞いたことがある。などくらいでは時々見られる現象らしいが。
おっしゃる通り、期月の夜に近づくと。
Yep, it's a known phenomenon.
距離が離れていると、僕が通りかかった時、ドゥリンさんとアルベドさんはアビス
情報を共有し合ってもう一度調べたけど、共栄は
We'll see for now.
よく聞く話じゃ。
That is the Chekhov's gun, essentially. They're saying, oh, these guys are harmless. It's a known thing. Happens all the time. The only difference is the travelers here now with like rear happening recently. You know something's about to go down.
ですので、
どういう計画で動いてるの？
数日前、アリスさんから僕とドゥリンに実験に協力してほしいって連絡があったんだけど。
Alice and N or Nicole still need to make an appearance in Nodcry because they are technically tied to this. They were showcased back in 6.0's trailer and stream like 3 to 4 months ago. So I think it's their time to shine. The witches is a good... The two witches of the Hexen Circle make an appearance now. With the Hexen Circle buff would make sense.
風はいつ吹くかわからないけど、吹いたら必ずわかる。
確かにあいつらしいな。
Hopefully I'm also not too loud. I did lower the volume for their dialogue, but now I'm looking at the levels. It might be a little bit quiet on in-game side. I'll bump it up back to 6 or 7.
情報の多さと速さに関して、などくらいであいつの右に出るやつはいないぞ。聞きに行こうぜ。ついでに非分の館のやつらもお祭りに招待しないとな。
And we're about to visit Nefer. All the major characters. Yeah, let's stick with that. Okay. Quickest way to Nefer is via the elevator. And how come I... There we go. Tracking it. Ooh. Secret nook? No.
あんたらの言う通りさ。確かに少し怪しいとは思ってん。記録を調べてみると、期月の夜の前後はこういう虚栄現象が発生するものだと分かった。どれくらい珍しいかというと、空を見たら偶然流れ星が見えてでも今回はそれくらいの幸運がないと見られないはずの虚栄がヤフォダがまだ外で情報を集めてるから、
Okay, she's on the case already. Nice.
まずはアビス。
この前僕たちが見た虚栄のことだよね。
ああ、大量の魔物が発生している場所がある。それ
Human phantoms too.
誰かの死ぬ
Oh, don't tell me Rear is already appearing again. Oh, that'd be dope. We actually get the weekly boss fight. Like, we sent them out. It's been only a couple of weeks and he managed to get back already. That's some. Woo! He's getting in quick.
虚栄の魔物が同じ虚栄の人間を殺してるのか。
そういうことさ。虚栄同士は影響し合うが、それから虚栄の人間たちについてだが、服装といい、語る内容といい、どうやら彼らはヒュペルボレイヤを実証している。
Oh
ラーマ
no.
からちらっと名前は聞いたことあるけどね。
The past is interacting with here and it's messing things up.
6000年。
調べがいがありそうだね。
アルベド、お前
This has something to do with Flynn's for sure. And there's Paimon trying to count.
俺は騎士団が設立された後のことにしか興味ないからな。歴史
それほど遠い昔のものと交流できること自体。
私が興味あるのは、この情報がもたらす価値だけさ。この辺りの情報を整理すれば。
And Hyperborea making an appearance. The ancient city of the Sealies. And those so-called human phantoms could be ex-Sealies before they turned into Sealies
手分けして行
themselves.
動するとしよう。
アビスの現象に関することは。
はい。僕もそのつもりでした。
Legendary City of Angels. Los Angeles.
アビスを研究する機会も貴重だけど、古代人と交流する機会はめったに。
ヒュペルボレイヤの方は碑文の館が担当しよう。苦労して集めた情報を整理してるんだから。
俺たちのチームだけ暇になったな。ふふん。お前が栄誉騎士になったのはこれの不正。
そういえば今回の期月の夜にはコロンビーナも招待したんだ。
こりゃまた意外な。もちろん私は問題ない。街中お祭りムードに包まれる日だ。ヤフォダも賑やかなところが。やばいやばいやばい。
And in comes Jehoda.
噂をすりゃ賑やかなのが来たね。違う、
本当にやばいんだ。
An abyss
なん
attack.
か賑わってるな。
Damn, she's quick.
スターダストビーチに虚栄が現れたんだ。宇宙船みたいな。
Hey, yo.
宇宙船？それってお前がテイワットに着陸した時に乗ってた
Paimon, stop saying it out loud that I'm an alien.
ほら、月髄を通して不時着。なんだ、あんたらも知ってたのか。いや、待て。
Exactly. Paimon just blurting it out.
すごいじゃないか。宇宙船の中ってどうなってるんだ？自由に飛べるのか？
I'm an alien. Ooh.
そうだぞ、お前はすごいぞ。本当に一番、お前のそうかな。
And there's that deadly smile
すごいかな。
俺たちの目的地も
of
決まった
Nefer
な。
just like, hmm.
なぜそんな顔をする？おっと、宇宙船と俺に何の関係があるだ。
そうだな。
じゃあそれぞれの調査が終わっ。
みんな、よい。
お前たちも。
It's no secret that I'm an alien. Well, maybe they're more accepting because they know about, like, we were sent to space. Sartoglia and some people from ancient, whatchamacallit, Conria left the planet. So maybe space aliens are not that, you know, far-fetched.
どうしたんだ、姉さん。
Yet they don't believe in ghosts, adapti, other things. So it's kind of weird.
非分の館の情報やたるものが無償で情報を出すなんてね。
ごめんなさい。
That's why she's pissed. She gave us information of the spaceship for free.
一度口に出したことは撤回できない。損失を避けられない以上、長時
Some other way. Cut her pay.
もしかしたらこの後すごい収穫があるかもしれないだろ。
Okay, Jehoda's becoming like a fan favorite character. Very anime, like more anime than Genshin's ever been. I'm all for it. All for it. I'm still having notifications. Ah, that stuff. Let's just get that out of the way. Get that. Oh, that leads to a browser. Notices. I wish there was a button to just say read all. No Blaze. And done. No more notifications except for daily comms. And echoing visage. Right, okay. Go to the Sands Shore. While I'm here, I probably could go kill some stuff too. Test out some more damage potentials and rotations. Who wants to... Okay. That cave is where the spaceship crashed? Okay, we now know the location. Interesting. Hyperborea. The people of Hyperborea saw my spaceship? If some of those are phantoms from them?
危ない。運命の。そら、開幕だ。
Yeah, Durin is definitely a start the fight with Durin, build up those particles. Enter that. Got the melt, we got the vapes.
運命の君に捧げよう。
I still think the darkness version, at least for the Skirk team, is better for Durin currently. I don't know which one generates more particles though per attack, so that still needs to be up for testing. Start with these guys. So we're gonna do darkness. Now we're gonna do light. Ow. Oh right, only one person. Okay, so I forget the amount of stacks I could get for Skirk. Very limited. Now, let's test out the damage against these guys. We're gonna do darkness... darkness Durin. Start this, start this.
この手に
Not bad in terms of damage.
これが運命です。開幕だ。無に帰せ。力を。
危ない。
Oh man, the stun locks are painful.
落ち週末の嘆きを
滅。力を。
危ない。
ひどいよ
Now, okay, Mona's not a good option. I hate Mona's dodging. It sucks. So I might stick with Sucrose. Even though I won't be able to get the freebie freeze. Or if I don't really care about the Hexen Circle buff right now. Because again, the Hexen Rye, I should say, increases the shredding for Pyro. I think I know what I'm gonna do with this. Okay, so currently, no Hexen Circle buff. It's gonna be more Vega. He's gonna be the DPS, get the double Pyro. This is gonna go back to Sucrose for shredding.
実験絶対に成功させる。
Honestly, just Jean. Jean for the heal?
風の導きのままに。
Don't need any other reactions, to be honest, but I could still stick with Farina. Yeah, stick with this. $15 plus 40 equals 55 crit rate. I'll take it. Or I could be extra cheeky. Increases 20%. 40, that's 77. With some attack on the side. Actually, an axe does not look that bad with more Vika. She looks like an axe user. Let me ask you a question. And I could still ride the bike. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna believe in this team currently. Until Jehoda's strong enough to replace Sucrose, and then I could replace Farina with Mona again for the Hydro.
止める勇気はあるか？
本当にヤフォダの言った通りだ。この巨影ってお前の宇宙船だよな。でもおかしいぞ。なんで急にここに現れたんだ？どこかで映像を映し出
And
してる
okay,
の？
so my earlier speculation of like the abyss and it's like parallel, no, this is the past. If it has a picture of a phantom of my ship, this is definitely the past.
ついておったか。
Being reflected via the moon and Kuvaki.
ん？気月の夜。
蒼月のこのものから スターダストビこれまでになかった形の虚栄であるゆえ、
オイラたちもだぞ。そうそう、こういう虚栄は
残念ながらこの影は触れ得ぬものだ。あくまで推測だが、おそらくこれらの虚栄は空爆の
そうだな。何
I
が
could
何
also
だか
assume
さ
since
っぱ
there's
り
three
だ。
moon marrows and
とりあえず調べてみようぜ。
technically in Nodcry, one inside Arlecchino, one inside the Traveler, and one who is
手
Columbina.
伝おう。
Any clues? A phantom deer. Interesting.
この子が我々のために情報をくれるはずだ。
スノシカの虚栄が
蒼月の子は動物と仲がいい上に言ってることがわかるって。
ふむ。ああ、わかった。
Nice.
ああ、言っちゃったぞ。
あの子も目の前の巨大な宇宙船に興味を持っておったようだ。代わりにこの辺りでベリーがたくさん実っている我々は巨栄たちと異なる時間を生きておるが、植物が育つのに適した地形と気候はそうやすやすと変わらぬはずだ。少し待とう。
Watch the deer go to the spot like, damn, she lied to me.
仲間と一緒ってことは収穫はまずまずだったようだな。
ああ、聞いてみよう。
We're quite literally acting or interacting with the past.
しばらく食にこちらの崖つのメドリは空中を何周か飛び回ったが、
確かに高く飛べば。
ああ、ただこの巨栄たちが見ている。
ベリーは両方の時空に存在するが、巨栄たちの時空にしか存在せず、俺たちの目には見えないものもあるって。
なるほど。
I'm liking this. I'm liking this timey-wimey
さすがラーマだな。
space-time continuum kind of like story that's going on
ノ
here.
ロツノライノは月の力を利用して石材を運ぶのが得意だが、クンクンモグラも試してみたが、皆の言葉をまとめると宇宙船は頑丈で傷一つなく。
どうやらこいつらも宇宙船に対。
ああ、だがご苦労だった。あとは地層を楽し。
Thanks for the help, guys from the past
近くには
or
他にも
animals
人
from
間
the
の巨栄
past.
が集まってる。
Talk to the actual people.
影、それに
Did? Okay. What about you two?
こんなの。いや、聞いたこともない。
これって一体何なの？一度も。
さあな。じいさんに聞いた話じゃ。
じゃあそのじいさんのじいさんのそのまたおじ。
さあな。まあその頃からあったのかもしれないけどな。
So wait, if we're seeing them as phantoms, what does the people from the past see us like? As is? Or what? I'm confused about that. We see them as ghosts. We see them as ghosts, but they don't see us as ghosts from the future? Well, that wouldn't make sense. Ghosts from the future. I'm just gonna let that slide to like storytelling.
この宇宙船はずっと前からここにあったみたいだな。
And this is the cave that led to what? To this. Hmm. I could walk past these guys. Oh, I can.
こいつを叩いて一かけらでも手に入れ。
え、おいらに言って。
おお、兄弟。一緒。
私たちも行こ
う。なんだこれ。いくらなんでも肩。
そうだな。こいつじゃ。
お前、楽しんでないか？
俺が何をしようと、この虚栄たちの認識を変えることはできない。それをここにいる人たちと話してみたが、みんなこれらの虚栄は過去にここで実際に起きたことを記録してる。
That doesn't make sense though, because we just interacted with them, meaning we influenced the past. Oh god, there's so many questions. But the plot is fixed and can be influenced. Okay. Okay, I'll let that slide. So, the moon is showing something, and we can interact with it, but doesn't necessarily mean we could change the past.
ふざけてるように見えて、真面目に調査してたんだな。
そりゃそうだ。今んとこ宇宙船の虚栄は目の前にある。そう落ち込むな。少なくとも宇宙船が実在した証にはなる。
Wait a minute. 6,000 years ago, Hyperborea. Yeah, the traveler's old as dirt.
考えてもみろ。こんなに大勢の奴らが宇宙船を狙ってたのに。
Okay, we already knew that since they traveled from world to world anyways, but it's starting to really hit now with the Tavat lore, how we've been on Tavat for a very, very long time.
宇宙船もそれにまつわる物語もどこかに隠されて。
急に大団長らしくなったな。
他の皆の調査は順調だ。
ああ。
Yeah, let's just focus on the festival. Let part 2 be something about the ship and all that stuff.
大歓迎だ。
Also, I'm speeding this up because I feel like I'm gonna hit 9 o'clock and I am almost... I honestly should be getting ready.
あいつ
You know what? I'm gonna leave it off on here. We saw the spaceship. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Remember, you can't do jack. Sorry, Durin.
僕たちは目の前の光景に感謝。これが何回目の失敗か覚えていますか？
そんなの数えて
39回目だよ。
Wow, Durin's really want to be... Durin really wants to help.
虚栄に変化が生じた。
少し。
Maybe because he feels responsible being an abyss creature himself. Right? He's trying to right his wrongs, but he knows he's not interacting. He just can't help himself.
いくつか聞きたいこと。
どうぞ。
僕たちが今目にしてるこの悲劇。
多分。
Oh, they definitely
カ
died.
ーン・ルイヤの災いの時代におけるなど。
カーン・ルイヤ。
まさにご存知の通り、アビスの力は好きさえあれば、それを利用してアビスは遥か昔、ナドクライに蔓延し、しかし500年前。テイワット全域がアビスの災いの影響を受け、
そうだったんだね。
襲い来るアビスに比べれば、人もフェイも今ご覧になった景色も。
わかった。そういうことなら、二つ目にしたかった質問は見当がつくよ。
Yes, you are seeing history set in stone. But, time travel, time manipulation is still a thing. Via the Irminsul, whatever the doctor did by splitting himself into like multiple like copies throughout time with himself. There are ways to interact with the past. Whatever Nefer did with her gadget to peer into people's past and then interact with it definitely had an impact too. So there is certainly roundabout
最
ways.
初から決まっています。
それとフリンズさん、アビスの災いが何度も起きたというのなら、どうして目の前の災いがそれに、どうして僕の知る限り、フリンズさんは決して冷酷な
僕はもう600年か700年。
まさか。
今さら歴史に動揺することはありません。お気になさらず。溢れんばかりの情熱というのは素晴らしいものです。
600 years old
それはいい
plus.
僕からも一つお聞きしたい。ドゥリンさんのアビスに対する好奇心は、僕は一時期、ランプの中に月の狩人の心臓の破片を僕には、あなたの体内にあるアビスの力の
正直に言うと、僕にもよくわからないし、僕はまだ、僕でなかった時から、未だにその疑問は胸に残ったままだ。禁忌に満ちたものだからこそ。
僕も先ほどその思いを感じ取りました。あなたも見届ける覚悟があるんでしょう。
僕は彼と似ているからね。
そうです
Yeah,
か。
they're brothers.
では休憩できたら戻りましょう。そうそう。僕の歴史の件は
Ooh, what's that red stuff down there? What was that red glowy thing? Something was about to attack him or something?
まさか満場一致の結論にたどり着けるなんてな。
でも
Consensus.
収穫は思ったより少なかったぞ。古代人と話せるチャンスだと思ったのに、昔の人たちって迷信深かったのかな。
確かに虚栄が記録した映像はどれも短数千年前から続いていた輝かしい文
虚栄は現実に悪影響を与えない。
それはオイラは賛成だ。
Nope. You know something.
どうしたのだ？がっかりした様子だが。
What if we use Nefer's gadget on the phantoms? Can we peer into their minds from the past? Via the present?
そりゃ
Their
そう
future?
さ。これだけみんなでアクセク働いたのに。
必ずやヒュペルボレイヤの記録を
そういや、ヒュペルボレイヤってな。
しかしこの記録を価値ある研究材料として扱えるのは碑文の館の棚に置いていたところで、基盤賢いそなたならここは協力して
そこまで言わなくても分かっ。
ただで情報を提供しないって。
Yep. You have to look.
すみません、もう黙るから。いちいちネフェルを怒らせるなよ。
期月の夜の話に戻ろう。毎年
送別のプレゼント。
それならやっぱり食べ物だろう。
ランプを送るのはいかがでしょ
ランプを月に持って行っても明かりがつく保証はない。
フォンテーヌのクロックワークマシナリーの模型はどうだ？うちにはたくさんあって暇な時に
どれも彼女の好みだとは思えないね。
そうだな。ここはやはり
He likes the traveler.
なんだよ、その期待の眼差しは。
じゃあ決まりだな。俺はドリーのところに行ってくる。
私たちもそれぞれ動くとしよう。クータルの好みが判明したら連絡し。
Okay. I'm guessing if it doesn't lead to another cutscene, we have to teleport to Columbina. I'll let that...
どうしたの？
I'll continue that tomorrow.
アビスの災いを目の当たりにして。でも大丈夫。
And I'll also finish building Durin.
具合が悪くなったら言うんだぞ。体もそうだけど、気持ちの面でも。
Well, he's still a kid. We saw you when you were a fake dragon. We saw you turn into the real you that you currently are. They grow up so fast. So I gotta pick up some money. Oh right, I need to do this as Nefer. Pretty good, you get like a decent amount of money from this, or Mora. Nope, can't do it today. Maybe next time.
ドゥリンだよ。
好きでも必ず使える明かりが必要だと思うんです。
うん。アイデアはいくつか浮かんでいるよ。
二人とも。
Yes, they're absolutely serious. A lantern for Columbina in the sky on the moon.
蒼月の子の方はやはりラウ。
ならば。
Okay, one last final damage test with this team. I do have Morivika on the team, so she's gonna do lots of damage, but I don't have a second Natlan character, meaning she's not her full potential. But again, she's not here to be the be-all end-all damage dealer.
任せて。吸引テスト開始。630。世界の熱狂の渦に。そら。石煙に葬られよ。
下がって近寄らないで。
吸引テスト開始。
燃えよ。この天下で裁く。
Oh, that's right, I need a secondary source of damage so that the reactions. Forgot about that.
安全距離確認。君に捧げよ
う。危ない。
物語は始まった。
Morivika's too hydro or too forward with it. Damn, this is tough. This is tough. I'll get rid of Sucrose. I'll get rid of Morivika. If Durin is gonna be the... If I'm gonna do the light version of him, not the dark version, that has the AoE spamming Pyro, who could utilize Vaporization better? Pyro on Melt is better. Water on Pyro. It has to be a Hydro character. Hydro DPS. The only guess in my head is like Mualani. But her rotations are so short, Durin's cooldown is going to be already be up, or still going down. Frick. I might as well kill this guy. Get 2 pieces of the thing, level up Durin, get a free passive. A 5-second cooldown. Let's build up some particles. Vape's not bad. Oh, I know where this location was. Okay, so this became the boss fight. Interesting. Yeah, that works. Sucrose ult, or Sucrose burst into a Durin, at least they could keep reapplying Pyro when Durin's not up. When Durin's burst is up, don't waste Sucrose burst so that they could always apply the Pyro that I need. Okay, I'm starting to see a nice rotation. Okay, the Land Rover, the boss version. Yeah, how are you gonna fight? How are you gonna fight?
運命の変わり目。
安全距離確認。歌え僕の名のもとに君にさ出発。注目君そっちあれ。
気をつけて。
吸引テスト開始。加速するよ。安全距離開幕だ。出発。
任せて。腐食。
Okay, there's that for Durin.
世界の熱狂の渦に
30 seconds of that. 1, 2, 3, vape. 1, 2, 3, vape. 1, 2, 3, vape. Into a nuke. You apply the pyro.
光よ。
Okay, okay, this does work. Sucrose, I micromanaging, don't spam. Mualani and Farina are really good hand in hand because Mualani scales off of HP anyway, so she could tank hits while also dealing damage, which is really nice. Healing Farina heals for a butt ton percentage-wise, so Mualani is always topped up and tanky enough to take hits while dishing it out. And between these two, always reapplying the pyro. Necessary? I like it. Okay.
Oh, 旅の
安全距離光り輝くがいい。加速するよ。
Oh, I stole the pyro with Mualani burst. Right. Okay, let's not waste Mualani's burst too often.
危ない。運命の変わり目。
6308。
Okay, 30 seconds of pyro application. Into a burst.
任せて。
吸引テスト開始。出発。
Oh, he cleared out his own status effect. What the heck?
気をつけて。
安全距離。
Yeah, let's try that version. Okay, darkness was so much stronger. What the heck? Compared to light. And again, I didn't level that up. Was that really much of a difference? Because of this? No. That was Mualani's vape, not Durin's vape, but that was significantly faster if I do darkness instead. Okay, level up one more time. I'm willing to spend it. I want to get him to level 7 to get that secondary passive. I might see like an even further damage boost for Mualani. Okay, so Mualani's back on the table with Durin. That was insane. So okay, we're gonna do darkness. Hits multiple times.
開幕だリフト
Need to burst just because I can. Okay, this is it.
吸引テスト開始
もうや
君に捧げ
1, 2, 3. No, I don't know what happened there differently.
6308吸引テスト開始7号式モジュールキューバネが来る
Come on, swirl, swirl, pyro.
輝くがいい
What is your mechanic? I do see a pyro thing. Hold up. If I do...
任せて運命の変わり目
安全距離確認
Okay, he's heating up.
加速するよ
Oh, I get it. He's metal. You heat him up. Vaporization does tons of damage. Okay, I see the gimmick. I see the light. Yeah, he's starting to glow a little bit there. I'm like, oh, he's heating up. Oh, that means vaporization hits harder. Right. I understand now.
Q 吸引テスト開始6308式ユニット超拡散形態
Oh, come on. I just ran out of it. Okay.
気をつけて
吸引テスト開始開幕だ
So I know which version I'm gonna use.
気をつけて
This one.
運命の変わり目
On, heat up. Keep heating up.
安全距離確認
さあ気をつけて
吸引テスト開始
危ない
Yeah, I didn't get that much particles back. I wonder why.
君に捧げよう歌え僕の名のもとに
さあせい危ない物語
Here we go.
始まった
安全距離サーフボードだ注文君にそっちあれ
気をつけて
If I'm gonna be honest with you, right now, I think it'd be better if Durin does... If Durin does... particles back, he could be the particle generator, since if his burst... And I need to be able to crit right now. Okay. Increases Overload, burning, and vaporization damage by 40%. Increases vape. 15%, another... Stacks up to 3 times. Actually, no, you don't need that. Let's go with something a little bit more energy efficient. I understand the noblesse and the emblem now. Let's actually give him Benny's stuff since I'm not using him. Let's see what that does for him. Just very curious. I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay. Let's see the particle generation for Durin.
7号式モジュール出発。
気をつけて。物語は始まった。
6308ドリフト。ザブザブサメ君アタック。
危ない。
Oh yeah, burst rotation is on point.
光り輝くがいい。加速するよ。来た来たよ。最高。
I want to be extra cheeky. More crit. Yeah, Durin gives a lot of energy back. Whole to himself, at least. He is Benny adjacent. Without the healing, but the damage buffing potential and the shredding, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, now I got his second passive, which is unleashing his burst, 20 seconds against stacks, increases the damage dealt by yada yada yada. Some damage rotation stuff. But now, I'm actually not gonna. Ooh, mod stat stuff. Oh no. Well, he is from mod stat, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and farm that. And funny enough, I pre-farmed a Scavier too. All that went to waste, but either way, get him to 90 first, and then leave him be. The burst, the sucrose. Keep up that pyro application like it's nobody's business. Ooh, ran out of effects. Yeah, I do want to test him out as pyro damage. Easy peasy. I get that boss gimmick easily. He actually gets weak to Hydro a lot too, when he's in his like burning state. Or his heated up state, I should say. Nice. I understand Durin. He's a Benny replacer. But you can't also put Benny on the same team with him. As he's gotta find another artifact set that gives him as much energy recharge as well. Who am I looking at here? I could do... If he's gonna be the Pyro DPS... Okay, I'm thinking in terms of Pyro DPS Durin. He does his stuff, yada yada yada, but then he has... Oh, Xingqiu! What am I talking about? Xingqiu is on this team. I said, of course, Xingqiu. So normal attacks, I could do that. Hydro Apply, Vaporization. Somehow add Benny to the mix. So that he's now Pyro infused. But also that. So I need a lot of energy recharge with this team. And just to round it out, most likely it's going to be Jehoda with the healing. Oh no, it has to be a witch. It has to be a witch. It's back to Sucrose. Yeah, Sucrose. Viridescent or normal attack spam reaction. I could do Fischl too, but Fischl also needs energy recharge team. So we'll stick with Sucrose. Okay, so Ben needs to come back alive. Jehoda's only meant for what's his face villains for the moment, or Flynn's. Let's fix these guys up with your energy. Something's not right. No, you had 100 crit damage before. What did you have on you? Is the hat? Crit rate, energy recharge, right. Oh, there we go. There we go. And then this could be back to whatever. Hydro applying. I gotta fix Benny. Benny's more important with the buff, so let's actually give back his stuff. Durin also needs energy recharge, so I gotta figure out something out for him. He's gonna get infused, so I could do Mist Splitter. There's the crit rate. The pyro damage. Okay, I already have that. His energy recharge is non-existent, so... What I want on him is recharge crit damage. Let's try this. Man, don't freeze me. Okay, so... boop. I'm not sure if this team actually even works. It's just typical Singjo team, so I don't think this is meant for him. I need an actual DPS on the field. Until he's fully built, then I could finally realize, like, maybe some talent scalings. At level 1 talent skills all around, he can't be the DPS. But let's see if I can make him that way. Okay, wait for the energy recharge, wait for it. The fusion doesn't last that long. Back to Darkness Dragon, though I probably should have tried. Oh, got one-shotted. Yeah, nobody's tanky on this team. It's too squishy. Maybe I should stick to this to Mualani. Oops, wrong one. I was supposed to do light version. Okay. Who benefits from this? The pulsing of fire. Mualani, definitely. Lauma. Ooh, I could try the Lauma team. Oh, but the purple matches him perfectly. Look at that. Evil Blade much. Yeah, Benny's a no-go with him. I'd rather have him being the buffer at the same time as being a plier. I could keep the Mist Splitter just for the damage, but there's no infusion, meaning I don't get that into his kit. But it's fine. It's fine. I could try... I know? No, again, I do need a witch Hexenrai character.
チームなら絶対勝てるね。よーく見ておくといい。
Maybe that boss was a bad example. And then this is mostly more liney damage test, to be honest.
危ない。
安全距離。ドリフト。最高。
Oh, but it's bad because it requires him. Right, I need the burst for that. Okay. Yeah, it still works. Again, Moralani and Morvika is better because it's her elemental skill that applies the stuff quicker. The pyro application. I really want to try this again, but she's not tanky enough. And this is such a rainbow-ass team. Oh wait, I could do a burst forward skirk, right. I don't have to do normal attack. Hold up.
安全距離確認。吸引テスト開始。君に捧げよう。レック。
It's gonna take a while, and it's oof. Energy particles back.
安全距離確認。人部。
Yeah, I'm gonna try to burst forward skirk. One more time.
下がって近寄らないで。
レック万象よ巡れ。
No, I'm probably gonna need the light version of Durin's ult so that it applies pyro quicker enough each second that each hit of Skirk's burst like absolutely does damage. Hold up, this could work out. Really fast pyro application. And I could trade in... Who should I trade in for this? Oh no, didn't happen in time. Dang it, okay.
物語は始まったばかりだ。人部星々よ静かに眠れ。
Not all of them crit. Sad.
人部
Reset that.
6308式ユニット。安全距離。
Built up some Skirk while I'm here. Do that.
任せて。腐食。
Oh, wrong version. Okay, fine, whatever. Still works out. Burst Skirk could utilize Durin. I could do Overload with an Electro character.
拙者を連れて行くのか？
Kazuha? So I go back to my OG Kazuha build. The hybrid Kazuha. Where them Animo at? Sucrose is here. Damn. Take that. Iridescent. $42 by 140? No, I thought I could hit a little bit harder. Let me see. Energy recharge, crit rate, amount to mastery. There we go. 50 by 150. Okay, I think that's the best they got. Okay, no Kazuha infusion. Try this out. Maybe Darkness Dawn would be better for this occasion. Yeah, I really want to make those missiles strong as hell. Okay, burst. 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 Okay. When nearby characters deal normal attack, get 20 stacks of that. When my active characters, the active increases the damage. Right. C1 helps Morlani. Okay. C1 helps Morlani. Their 20 shark bites increased by 20% of Duran's attack. You want to stack attack on him. If that's the case. His stats don't matter. Want high amounts of attack, high amounts of energy recharge. Favonius. Yeah, it's still gonna be Mualani. A Mualani Shark Bite is gonna be insane. And I always do the light version of Durin, so that Mualani does stronger Shark Bites. Oh, also, by the time I level up Durin's, whatchamacallit, talent? Once every 6 seconds, I could get an instant 27. I saw 27 energy back at level 8, so maybe 30 energy back, which is half of this. Especially if you include lots of particles back. Okay, 20 instances of Mualani Shark Bite should be increased. That's 1, 2. I'm not gonna go through all 20 attacks, so that's gonna last me a while. That's 60% increase. 60% of Durin's attack is the increase. Which is probably why I would want a Benny on the team to increase Durin's attack beforehand. So, how would that rotation work? When does a swirl and overload pyrocrystallization? Burning, overloaded, pyro swirl crystallization, overloaded. I could do electro. Involved in reaction, so I could shred pyro and electro, pyro and animo, pyro with that. I'm trying to make him a DPS. I really want to work out dark. Dragon of the Dark Decay. So increases his vape damage, meaning I would want a Hydro Applier, which is going to be Farina, meaning I need a proper healer. Okay, I'll figure out the DPS version of Durin. Right now, I have his support version of himself pretty much on lock. Because with Durin doing vaporization, let me see. That means I need a healer to replace Mualani. Vaporization is all about elemental mastery. I'll figure it out. Anyways, I'll end it off here. I'll continue with the Archon quest tomorrow. I'll look up Durin, farm some of his stuff, continue on with the event, and throughout the week I'll do all the minor stuff. The event still going on. That's going on. I could do that. I have a month and a half for that. Durin's story quest, which is the Hex and Circle thing. So, they want me to do the Archon quest first before we do this. Which is homework. No, this is the Archon thing. And I get a free wish out of these guys, which is nice. But yeah, I based on the test run, the test run is not a good indicator because of energy regeneration is kind of OP here. But this team, Venti's team, I'm not sure if it's Venti himself or just the constellations. Well, not the constellation, the weapons and the talent level, but if I recreate this team minus Venti, it could work out. So let's try to do this without Venti. So I would have to do... Darkness Dragon, Farazan, Burst. Yeah, the missiles do about 100k, not bad, or 85. Without the Benny buff, it's only 20. Or that's our vaporization. Hold up, he has no elemental mastery, right? I want pure attack, no elemental mastery, 200 crit damage. Oy. Try this again. Let's try the light version.
みんながそばにいる。お前にやろう。物語は始まったばかりだよ。
20, only 20. Good for a lot of add-ons, but again, I'm getting a lot of particles back because of that. So this should not be an indicator for damage. And also stand inside Benny's burst. 20Ks, 20Ks, 35, that's a reaction. These guys are also level 85, so the damage is not that great. See, yeah, only 96 or 93. That's his base damage. At level 8, the Purifying White Flame is weak as all hell. Denial of Darkness, although single target, it does so much more. Yeah, see that vaporization. Okay, so I do want like a really good Hydro Applier on this on DPS Durin so that he could vape or melt. Who's a good Cryo Applier? Is it Lolly? Not Morlani. Hydro Applier. I could still do Mona. Mona's elemental skill just hang around it. An enemy has a shield that can melt, that's pretty good. And it's triple hitting, right? I saw the plunge, the explosion. It's three instances of damage. In front, manages to power the dragon, then explosion. Scaling is pretty high at level 8. And the ratio of this skill is what? Dragon duration. The damage is 200%. The nuking is 200% plus 162 plus 178. So 200% of his attack, which is 3k, 3 to 4k times 2 or times 3. Yeah, I see where the numbers are coming from now. Though I think might try elemental masteries. If anything, I'm gonna compare him to Xingqiu. He's essentially Pyro Xingqiu with his burst. And there again, there is 100% uptime if I could get the particle back quicker. So. Interesting. I'm currently in light version with the dark power. Now I'm in dark mode. How far is the tracking? Decent. I think only one missile could hit at a time, but it can hit 4 other characters. Interesting. Still in light mode. Again, I can't constitute this as actual good test. He's only here to apply pyro, essentially. He also shreds, which is good, so you do want to team him up with Viridescent to double shred. With the Constellation one that I have, whoever's on the field does the more damage, so I need like a high damaging character. I don't know. I'm still not regretting the fact that I used up my Escoffier funds. He has a place in a lot of teams. I just had to build them. Maybe get some artifacts and stop sharing. But I'll end off today. No fancy outro. Catch you tomorrow with part 2 and continuation with more Genshin on that, and probably maybe a finished build to do it. But peace out, stay awesome, enjoy the rest of your